Hey y'all, it's your girl Aaron. I haven't uploaded a video on this channel in quite a while, but I have actually been uploading on my gaming channel, so I just thought I'd mention that in case you're interested. I've been playing Minecraft on a peaceful world and just chilling, listening to music and chatting about whatever's on my mind. So yeah, you should check out my gaming channel if that sounds interesting. But yeah, apart from that, I did want to just cover something I mentioned in a previous video and just clarify what my point was. So I was making the point that I don't think it's a good idea to call everybody who was at the, USA Capitol riots, insurrection-y thingy, to call all of them terrorists. Like, now, maybe what I should clarify is that there definitely were people there who you can consider terrorists, and specifically people who are like part of a far right organization or movement. There's like the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys and all other kinds of boys. And so I'm sure many of the people there were actually, could qualify for the label terrorists. I'm not saying none of them were. And also, those types of movements and groups have a terrorizing impact on their local communities. Um, so definitely they could qualify. But those people were in the minority. And that was my point, is that the majority of the people there were just regular conservatives who were fanatics about Trump. Maybe they saw this as, their time to shine and be a political activist. They've seen so many other protesters fighting for what they want, and they obviously weren't on board with maybe the Black Lives Matter protest, but now there was a protest they felt like they could get involved in. So I think, maybe I'm sure some people spent their life savings and stuff like that to go, but maybe a lot of them were also a little bit more well funded than the average worker to be able to go there. But that doesn't mean that they are dedicated far right militants or whatever. No, I think majority of the people there were not part of those far right movements or organizations, and so the majority of the people there should not be called terrorists because that's not they're not terrorizing in their local communities. They're not really there to cause terror. They just thought they were part of a movement that fortunately did not succeed. However, one of the things I mentioned after Biden won the election is I said it was the second worst possible result. Um, the worst possible result would have been no popularity for a left third party and Trump also winning. The second worst possible would be uh, no popular support for any left third party and Biden winning. And there being popular support for a left party would have been better regardless of whether it was Trump or Biden winning. Uh, Trump winning again would have, but there being a lot of popularity for a third party would have been better than Biden winning without that third party support that obviously we didn't see. That's because even if Trump had won again, a popular leftist party, with enough, you're talking about more than 5%, enough of a constituency to be heard, to get their message out, would be a counterweight to Trump's, rightward movements. And the Democrats are not there to offer a counterpoint. They do not offer a counterpoint to it. They normalize it. So what effectively happens when you don't have support for a popular leftist third party and the Democrats win is it's almost like you can think of it as like money laundering the social capital, or like cleaning up all the negativity that happened, making it seem like it wasn't so bad, whatever, like, and, the giving Trump the opportunity to rehabilitate his image and also to not actually address the underlying reasons that made him popular. So to be dedicated to neoliberalism and austerity, which is what made someone like Trump popular, continue that so that someone like Trump still will remain a popular and attractive proposition for many people, while simultaneously not, um, moving left at all. So not giving people any alternative option than, the status quo, the stuff that they've been hating for decades. And so I think unless you do see a popular surge for a leftist third party within the next couple years, um, I'm actually pretty confident in saying I think Trump is going to win in the 2024 election. And I think if you're someone who considers yourself on the far left, you need to have an exit strategy, some plan, maybe to go to a different country or to lay low or something like that. Simply because, you know, it's it's going to get worse, and so if there is a surge in popularity for a leftist third party, I don't think Trump wins. But even if he does, that still offers that counterweight. But if you know, if that doesn't happen, I see Trump winning again, and simultaneously there also not being that leftist popularity. That's a recipe for the worst case scenario type situations. So I thought it might be worth mentioning that now when we still have, 3 and a bit years for people to plan that kind of thing, because it seems like the USA is not going to have a surge in popularity for a leftist third party. Anytime that kind of thing has been attempted, the people attempting it get attacked. And there's this very, very strong loyalty to try and bring people back into the fold of the Democratic Party by people like AOC, the Squad, Nina Turner saying that if you are unhappy with the Squad, you're going to be unhappy with her. She's running as a Democrat. It's like an entire project. It's like a social project to keep people invested in the Democratic Party, and people who see the problem in that and try to get people to break away with it lose the popular, debate that emerges from that. You can look at Force the Vote as an example. So the loyalty to the Democratic Party is very strong right now, to a point where I don't see popularity for the leftist third party arising anytime soon. And that's why I can say with confidence I think that Trump is going to win again in 2024. So yeah, buckle in. um, Obviously the ideal solution would be that there is a leftist third party that emerges, gains a lot of momentum, and can achieve like greater than 5% in the next election. And in that scenario, those worst case type situations aren't very likely. But yeah, we got to look at the trajectory that's currently those people are on and see where that heads. And if they change direction, we can reassess them. And so, just personally, I don't know if addressing like USA politics is that important, so that's why I haven't been making a ton of videos about it and stuff. And rather, I'm going to be investing in the gaming channel, and I'll just make the odd video now and then, obviously, when I feel like saying stuff. But yeah, because I think, that gives something for people to enjoy. I enjoy making it, and I can also share my ideas there, but it's less threatening and it's not about politics. And yeah, there's nothing to do. Politics is dead, like until people start taking it seriously enough that they actually want to have a left third party become popular, because until then it's a dead end. It's going nowhere fast. And a lot of people are being led down that road's nowhere. People like Nina Turner running as a Democrat, and now not criticizing the squad, it just shows you how many people love Nina Turner are going to be led down that dead end by her now. And th- once people get to that dead end, they lose interest, in politics. Rightly so. They've been tricked, you could say. And that drains energy, and that energy that could have been there to fight Trump, etc., gets dissipated, and that's how the duopoly works. That's how you would think, these hyperbolic, um, exaggerated notions of we have to vote for Biden or XYZ, that's how that can keep happening over and over and over, because there's mechanisms for avoiding any type of real solution from occurring. And so what I would like to do is to get off of having to sell sell my labor for wage. I need to get to a point where I don't have to work for a boss, so that I can build socialist software, games, make good quality like video series and stuff like that, um, which has a chance of invigorating and giving energy to the leftist movements and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know if that's going to happen via me talking about politics and philosophy and all that. It seems like there's quite, similar to the Democratic Party, there's strong loyalty to established voices on in that arena, and they don't take kindly to people who call them out, and I'm incapable of not speaking out on certain things, like when people try to perpetuate binary gender identities and stuff like that. Like, I can't sit by. So I'm not popular when it comes to that type of thing. Although I think I'm right. But um, so that isn't a very good avenue for me to get popular. And if I can get popular, because it's not that um, it would be nice to have attention, obviously, but it's more a case that I prefer to be supported by a whole lot of people, and to be able to make stuff that they enjoy. And I can't compete on that when it comes to like politics and philosophy and stuff, because of the fact that I end up losing so many people every time I say something controversial that isn't controversial to me but doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, my point is that there are other things I can do, like gaming channel, like getting on to writing a game, um, making those videos and stuff if I can. I can only pick one sort of project like that at a time, so I've picked the gaming channel for now. But yeah, so I mean, those other things will be more successful after I have an audience, you know. But they're also things that can get me an audience, but so can playing Minecraft, and that's really fun. I enjoyed it and stuff, so yeah, I picked that. Um, but just so people know, uh, like I guess I could change my mind if, for example, like um, I started getting more exposure. Like, let's say people wanted to interview me, and I was like able to, um, get some growth and stuff. But uh, yeah, that's just not happening right now, and nobody seems to care. Like, um, who would increase my exposure as well. So that's kind of the path to popularity when it comes to politics, is not that they think I'm right, but that they at least take me seriously enough to hear me out, which doesn't happen because those people just for whatever reason don't take me seriously. So um, that's kind of, yeah, that's its own dead end. If I tried to change that, it's not gonna work. So yeah, so obviously I'm just saying, like, it's not like set in stone. Obviously, if something changed, and people were like, hey, we actually do want to hear your ideas, then I would pursue that. But until that happens, I'd rather do something that is at least enjoyable to me, you know, and you know, a lot of people might be interested in like Minecraft or other games I play, and they might also be interested in politics, but they might not go looking for politics. It might just be, oh, like I like your ideas. So that is a cool platform, and I have other plans in mind for the future as well, but I do need to focus on one thing to give it a good go. And I've been uploading 2 or 3 videos a week on my gaming channel, so um, if I can keep that up, I do see it getting somewhere, especially as the more I play in this particular Minecraft world, the more cool it'll be to watch me playing it, because there'll be more to look at, and I'll have completed more of my projects I have in mind and that kind of stuff. And, so yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.